Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be the update for Deck of Panning for the month of June. Deck of Panning is a project pan that I created after being inspired by a booktuber's TBR game. I got her permission to adapt it into the project panning community, made some changes obviously so that it is a community game-based project pan that we can all participate in together. I update this game board every single month around the 10th of the month, so you never know which card corresponds to what prompt. And that way you don't really need to keep track of what cards you're drawing in. You don't need to set them aside or anything because every month the board will look different except for the face cards. Those do stay the same. They stay consistent month after month, but I do switch them up for the beginning of every year. I try to make them fun ones. I try and make them ones that you can roll in a variety of products so they don't feel stagnant. I feel like this project doesn't really need a proper introduction anymore. I feel like everyone knows about it at this point, or maybe that's not the case. I don't know. If you're new here and you're new to Deck of Panning, let me know in the comments. I'll just be interested to know. But I'm gonna stop rambling and let's chat about my progress over this last month. I have lots of updates to share with you, so I'm going to jump right in. We're going to start with the product that has been in since January and go down to what I rolled in last month. For the prompt Fantasy Self, I rolled in the Colourpop Lock Diary Ultra Satin Lip. This is a very vibrant magenta kind of shade. I would love to be someone that wears bold lips more often, but I'm just not. I did have a goal to use this 10 times before rolling it out. As of the last update, I was at 3 uses and I wore it one more time since then for a total of 4 uses, and I've ultimately decided to declutter this. I last wore it to work and really paid attention to this product, and in combination with it feathering outside of my lip line a little bit, I am getting older, but I did use a lip liner with this, so I feel like it shouldn't have done that. But it also started to gather a little bit around like the corners of my mouth just because I talk so much at work to clients, etc. I'm on the phone all the time and the pigment was just gathering. Even though I feel like I didn't apply too much, just it was moving around on me, and because of that I just can't feel confident in wearing this lip all the time, even though the color is fun to wear from time to time. It's not something I'm going to wear frequently. This is a really old lip product in my collection. It's not one that I'm going to pan to completion, so I'm ready to let this go. For the prompt Has a Pan, I rolled in my Too Faced Light Cocoa powder. This is a powder I used to set underneath my eyes. When I rolled it into this project, it looked like this, but I had since repressed it into a compact. I just got these compacts off Amazon and I didn't even glue the pans in here because it just makes it so easy to refill. But I'm happy to say I have hit pan on this product once again. The lighting is terrible because I'm filming in like the middle of the night because I have no time to film nowadays. But I do finally have pan in the repressed version. Since rolling it into this project, as of the last update, I had reached for it 33 times. And I've reached for it 11 more times since I last spoke with you. This powder in total has over 230 tracked uses on it since I started tracking my makeup collection. So it's definitely hanging in there. I like it for setting underneath my eyes, but not really anywhere else. So it is slow moving because you just don't need that much product. My goal is to finish this. For the prompt Hit a Pan, I rolled in this mini cream bronzer. This is from Tarte and it is the Breezy Cream Bronzer in the shade Seychelles. As of the last update, I had used it 16 times, and with about 5 more uses from then, I did finally hit pan in this cream bronzer. So I'm really excited that this is a goal met. As I said, this is a mini. I do need to glue it back in here, but it doesn't seem very big, but this took 75 uses to hit pan on, and I'm probably not even halfway through the product. So this will be This will take some dedication to use up. I can swatch this for you too, I guess. You guys have been asking me to swatch more and I'm just so terrible at swatching. I'm sorry. It is a warm bronzer, but I feel like it's a good depth for me. I do have a light skin tone. Definitely fair in the winter, but now I have some color to me. I would consider myself a light skin tone. Now I'm just making a mess. See, I have bronzer all the way down here. I felt really proud of myself with this pan. It felt really good. I really like this product and I feel kind of sad to put this away, but we'll see what we can roll in its place. To represent another project pan, I rolled in my Covergirl CG Smoothers powder. I rolled this in for a quart of Pan and Empties Book 1. This is a fantastic ladies collab inspired by the popular book genre romantasy, specifically ACOTAR. I chose the prompt number 13 for Resand, and it was a product that has navy blue, and this plastic is navy blue. I don't know if you can like really tell on camera, but it's definitely a dark blue plastic packaging. I had a goal to use this 20 times. I couldn't believe it. At my last update, when I looked at my tallies, I had used it 18 out of 20 times. So of course I reached for it 2 additional times since then, meeting my goal. This now has 31 tracked uses on it since bringing it into my collection, and I don't see any rings. There's no dip or anything on this. This is still basically a full powder. Last month, I drew in one new card and it was for pretty packaging, and I pulled in yet another powder and this is the Pretty Vulgar The Powder Room Matte About It Translucent Setting Powder. I think the packaging on this is absolutely beautiful. I have a bit of a strange goal on this. This powder is huge. It has 25 grams of powder in here, and I've always been intimidated by its size. I've never rolled it into projects because I just know I'm never gonna finish it. So I saw I had only reached for it 11 times since I've owned it, or since I started tracking, whichever came second. I was gonna say whichever came first. That doesn't make sense. So I wanted to give myself a little head start, a little motivation, a little bite-sized bit. It's not going to make that much progress in the grand scheme of things, but I will get the ball rolling. I want this to have 100 uses on it. So that means for this project, I'm tracking reaching 89 uses for a total of 100. Very convoluted, I know. I have only used this 7 times since our last update, so we are now at a total of 18 tracked uses in total, or 82 more uses I need to go to roll it out of this project, and hopefully we'll see some progress. This powder is like basically just still full right to the top. Like, this is a huge tub of powder. The first couple times I wore this and was like really paying attention, I was quite disappointed. I considered, it was like, ooh, is this something I want to declutter? Not only is a loose powder not something I gravitate towards to set my entire face, this was so matte. My skin looked so dry, but we are in the warmer months, and after even an hour or 2, my skin was looking so good and my makeup was lasting all day. Some oils were still coming through, but it gave me like a glowy, healthy look instead of, ooh girl, you're looking greasy, your foundation's breaking apart. So I think this is actually doing a good job. I don't think that my skin looks overly flat today. I do see some oils peeking through, especially right here, but my forehead still looks pretty good. I don't know. I'm thinking this is doing its job pretty good. So we do have one declutter. I feel like I'm on a decluttering roll, and I do have a declutter series planned. It's not a typical declutter series. You'll see what I mean. We're going to go through some stages together. And then I have 2 goals met. So we'll actually drawing in 3 cards. Okay, I have my little deck of mini cards. I should just buy another deck, but I feel like every time I buy a deck of normal sized cards, my kids find them and play with them, which is fine, but then they lose cards and it's not a full deck anymore. While I'm shuffling, I'm going to pop up what the game board is looking like this month. And let's draw 3 cards together. We have the 2 of Hearts, the Ace of Hearts, which stands for pick up 2. So we're going to kind of discard that card and we'll actually be picking 4 products today. We have the 6 of Diamonds, the Ace of Clubs, and lastly, the 6 of Spades. Alright, really quickly, let's look at what these prompts are. So first we drew the 2 of Hearts, and this is pattern. So a product that has a pattern embossed in it or a pattern on the packaging, whether it's like checkered, I don't know, whatever pattern you want. Okay, I feel like that shouldn't be too hard. Then we drew the Ace of Hearts, which meant pick up 2. So I will be adding in an additional product to my project. First we got the 6 of Diamonds, which is a product I wish that I had returned. Interesting. And then the Ace of Clubs, which is a product on my plan to pan list. And lastly, I got the 6 of Spades, and that's a copycat item. So I'm gonna watch some Project Pan updates and pick something that I see someone else is already panning. I think that could be fun. Okay, I'm gonna have some videos playing while I think about my other products, and I'll meet you right back here in a second. Alright, I am back. I feel really good with my selections. We're going to be spicing up the product categories we've had in this project so far. So first up we have the 2 of Hearts, which was a product with a pattern embossed in it or on the packaging. I really dove into my bronzer drawer. I wanted to get another bronzer in here. After hitting pan on this Tarte one, I really wanted a cream bronzer, but alas, I ended up choosing my Milani Silky Matte Bronzing Powder in the shade 2 Sunkissed. And it has this like sunburst, I'll pop in a picture, pattern across it. And I would like to use this 20 times in this project. I wanted to say like, oh, wear away that pattern. But I feel like that is not a realistic goal for me, especially since I'm trying to finish a different bronzer. But I need or want more than one bronzer in my everyday makeup bag, so I'm happy to be adding this one in. Next up for the prompt, Wish You Returned. I'm pretty sure I've used this for this prompt years ago, but I'm rolling in my Wander Beauty Nude Illusion Liquid Foundation. I bought this on the anti-recommendation of It's Just Steph. Steph and I have very different skin types and skincare or skin concerns. So the way Steph was describing this foundation, I was like, actually, that sounds like something that might work for my more oily skin in ways that it didn't work for Steph's more dry skin. She described this foundation as like looking dry. It looks bad on my skin too. So this is a foundation I've had in my collection for a long time, and I just haven't gotten that much use on it because I simply don't like it. I'm trying to look up. Oh, and this is now the oldest foundation in my collection. Yikes. Okay. I only have 19 tracked uses on this foundation, which considering its age is really bad. But I'm going to chicken out. I'm working on 2 foundations to finish, and I only want to torture myself for 10 times. And we'll see if at that point I'm okay with letting this go. I'm trying to do better on if it's absolutely unworkable, looks terrible no matter what I try, it's got to go. So we're gonna do 10 uses, kind of a chopping block for this one. Next, for the prompt Plan to Pan, I looked back on my 26 to pan in 2026, and the very first item on that list I have yet to prioritize this year, and it should be an easy win. This is a mini, I think I have like a glitter or something in my eye. This is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. This is only 5 mils. This is one of those like skincare, makeup, which is it type of products, but I really like applying this right before putting my makeup on. So basically as a primer, it just gives my skin a really hydrated, dewy look. And in the hot months, I don't know how well this will work with makeup longevity, but when I go to work, I'm in an air-conditioned office, so I don't think that it should be that bad, and I can use this on no makeup days and just have beautiful glowing skin. So this will be an easy product to get through and check something off that list. It's one of those that could have gotten by at the end of the year and I have not checked it off because I'm like, oh, it's so small, I don't need to focus on that, and I would end up neglecting it. So I'm happy to be rolling it in here. And lastly, while I was thinking about and like rummaging through my makeup drawers, I was watching Sophie Alexandra's most recent Pan Those Eyeshadows update, and I was hoping that she would talk about or roll in a eyeshadow or palette that I own as well. And she did. So I was so happy to see her hold up the Kaleidos Club Nebula palette. And she rolled this in for a graveyard type of prompt, which I have also tried to hit pan in this palette many times before. I've had this in Pan Those Eyeshadows, I've used this palette quite a lot, and I have yet to hit a pan. Now, I don't know, I don't think I want to go for a shade that I was trying to hit pan on previously. I have tried to hit pan on Queen of Blades and 7 of 9, but I want to hit pan in one of these shimmer shades. Specifically either You're My Only Hope, which is this like iridescent purple, or Nova, which is kind of a holographic type of shade. Both of these have really large dips. Firefly has a pretty good dip as well, but I don't wear like lime green kind of shades as often, where I feel like these two I could work in with a lot of what I'm already panning, and they have the biggest dips. Another option, though one I would wear less, Astro here is a shade that has previously broke and I lost a lot of product. I repressed it so it looks kind of full, but obviously I can't repress it as well and like as hard as when they made this palette. So I think that this shade would be actually pretty easy for me to hit pan on in the future, just because it's not in the pan very well, though it's not a shade I reach for all the time. So thank you to Sophie for encouraging me and this prompt, the copycat prompt, to pull this palette back out and finally get a pan showing in a palette that I have loved, and a palette that I kind of gave up on hitting pan on because the two shades I was working on were just more challenging. I would love to see a pan showing in this palette before the end of the year. I'm really happy with my roll-ins. I think the only product that I have a hope of rolling out next time is my Glow Recipe primer, which I just threw. Because everything else I have pretty hefty goals. Obviously I only have a 10 use goal on this foundation, but I'm telling you right now I'm not going to use this 10 days in a row. I just know that I'm not. And I am focusing on 2 other foundations to finish, which are my priority, but hopefully I can get a few uses on this at least before the next update. How are you doing with your project pans? What did you think of my roll-ins? I tried to roll through some new categories for this project. I probably shouldn't, but I am really excited to be rolling an eyeshadow in here. If you enjoyed today's project panning update, please do give it a thumbs up so that I know, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!